without any doubt, the greatest bodybuilding show on earth.
I don't want to miss this.
Best show in the world.
Well, I'm very excited.
Best Arnold weekend ever.
To your winner, Derek Lunsford.
Let's go.
Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got something other than another Martin Fitzwater documentary. I'm sorry guys, I'm not releasing any more of Martin Fitzwater files. Let's give this guy some time to think about what he did, to apologize. We'll see what's gonna happen with that, but today we got some more very interesting stuff about bodybuilding, and we got another really controversial individual bodybuilder, and that's Mr. Mike Sommerfeld. Now, what we got today, guys, is something I'm sure you've heard about already. Mike Sommerfeld planned on competing at Detroit Pro, but he didn't get in. Why? Because apparently he missed the deadline by only 2 hours. How is this possible? Who the hell knows? The list was released, and somebody asked Mike Sommerfeld because he was supposed to compete, and he replied in the comment section that he missed the deadline by 2 hours. Now, my initial thought process was they're gonna let him compete. Like, come on. I mean, he is one of the great, if not the greatest classic physique competitor in the world right now. Maybe this could be an exception. And Fouad tried. He tried to fix this. He called the IFBB, but they wouldn't cave in. No exceptions, they say. And I mean, sure, that's fine. If those are the rules, they should be followed. Mike could have applied for the show earlier, not at the last moment. He could have done that before. Apparently, he wanted to take some more time to think about it, talk to his coach, and once he decided to finally do it, it was too late. Now, Fouad kind of explains what happened here because he talked to Mike, of course, and I don't think it makes a lot of sense. Check this out.
Mike Sommerfeld doesn't even know what Eastern Standard Time is, okay? He missed the deadline by 2 or 3 hours. When he called me, he's like, what's Eastern Standard Time? I'm like, it was 3 hours ago. He called me and said, I want to do the show, but I got to talk to Neil first. So he was flying to Vegas to meet with me, Neil, to talk about it. And when he got there, Neil was like, let's do it. And then it was 3 hours too late. And they were like, and we talked to the IFBB, and they said, can't make an exception, sorry.
Did you guys just hear this? Apparently, Mike Sommerfeld doesn't know what Eastern Standard Time means. The guy that lives in Mexico or in Germany or in the US, all over the world, and doesn't know about the time zones. Does that make any sense whatsoever? He is looking at the time, the deadline to apply to this show, and he thinks that the world has only one time. There are no time zones, and what those 3 letters mean, EST, he doesn't know about it. He has no clue what Eastern Standard Time means. What does it stand for? Do you guys believe that? I do not. I most certainly do not. He knew exactly what it means, but he hoped, he believed that they would let him in without following the rules. The same approach he had with the Arnold Classic. I'm sure he knew that he won't make the weight, or that they won't measure him again, because they said that after the Mr. Olympia, that's his official height. However, he went in there with the attitude of, like, I'm the champion, they're gonna have to let me in. The same thing happened at Detroit Pro, but no, the IFBB follows the rules very, very precisely, and they didn't let him in. So, on one hand, I'm happy that IFBB is following strict rules with anyone, even if that's somebody like Mike Sommerfeld. Again, probably the best bodybuilder, the best classic physique bodybuilder in the world. In my opinion, probably better even than Ramon Dino. I don't know about Wesley Wissers right now, but probably better than Wesley too. I mean, you don't have to like Mike, But you gotta admit that, you gotta see that. I think Mike won the Mr. Olympia as well, but okay, let's say Ramon won it. He's at least second best in the world. But they're not caving in, they're not letting this guy go around and just do whatever he wants. He needs to follow the strict rules just like everybody else. So that's good on one hand. On the other hand, as a fan of the sport, I wanted to see this guy with this crazy physique on that stage. We didn't get to see him at the Arnold. I hope we're going to see him at Detroit. I'm probably going to do a live stream for Detroit so we can watch that together. And I hope I'm going to comment on Mike Sommerfeld, but now I'm not going to. And that sucks. Let's be real, that sucks. From a bodybuilding fan perspective, it definitely sucks. But again, from the other competitors' perspective, it's awesome that they're following the rules and they're applying it the same to everybody. Nobody gets special treatment. But again, guys, I'm pretty sure Mike knew this, and I don't think he didn't know what Eastern Standard Time means. I don't buy that for a second. This guy traveled all over the world. He lived all over the world. He knows exactly what does that mean. He is not that stupid. Maybe he's not the smartest guy, but he's not that stupid. Let's be real. Do you guys think come on. Come on. That just makes no sense, and I'm sure Fuad knows it as well. It is what it is. He called the IBB, tried to get him in. It didn't work. Now it's done. But this just got me thinking as well, because Mike is the way he is. He cheats, he lies, he steals other influencers' content, and he copies it and makes his own. He doesn't pay his graphic designers and so on. You guys know what Mike is. And I'm thinking, did he really make a mistake in the Arnold? And is what he's saying really the truth? Like, did he really miss the mark? Like, did he really try to bring the weight down but failed? Or maybe, just maybe, this is just a thought, maybe he was actually off with the look. He didn't like what he looked like. He knew that Wesley was bringing it, and he just did this intentionally. Because he knew they wouldn't let him in. He brought the weight down at the Mr. Olympia because that was an important show for him and he was in good shape. This prep didn't go well for him. You probably remember his coach, Neil Hill, saying that he is not in shape at like 8 weeks out or so, or 6 weeks out, was it? Closer to the show, maybe like 4 or 6 weeks out. So how much could he have gotten better if he was off, he was sick and all that? So there is a strong possibility, guys, that he knew he couldn't win the Arnold. And he faked all of this. He faked it all. That's very, very possible. Honestly, at this point, that's what I believe. That's what I believe. I don't think he didn't know that he needs to lower the weight. He knew that very well at the Mr. Olympia. Why would it be any different at the Arnold? Why would he risk not even doing the show and prepping for the whole thing? And this show is huge, and it's easier for him to win than the Mr. Olympia. I don't think that's the case, guys. I honestly don't. I think he tricked us all, and we're living in a matrix, basically. Mike Sommerfeld is playing with all of us. I mean, I don't have any proofs of this, but it just makes a lot of sense. Do you really believe that he just didn't make the weight because he was what? Like he didn't want to take a diuretic, he didn't want to go and do sauna for 3 hours. We can lose a whole bunch of water weight in a sauna in 3 hours. 7 pounds is nothing, guys. I know guys who lost like 15 pounds. They were already super dehydrated and flat. Those Iranians at Iranian shows, they basically bring up their weight like 30 pounds after the show. They carry them in, but that's how they do it, and then they're much bigger on the stage. Mike could have done this. Neil Hill knows how to do this. He's a great coach. So, yeah, guys, I'm telling you. He didn't think he could win the Arnold. That's why he didn't get in. That's why he didn't come in with his real weight. And same thing about Detroit now. I mean, if he wanted to compete and he knew if he's willing to do it or not, there is no chance that he waited that final moment to talk to his coach. He had to travel to Las Vegas to talk to him in person to decide whether he's going to do the show or not. And he knew about the deadline, but he didn't know what Eastern Standard Time means. Come on, give me a break. I don't buy this for a second. And you guys tell me down below, what do you think about this? Is there some truth to it? Do you think I'm onto something? Because I'm pretty sure this makes a lot more sense than his story. All right, next up, we're going to talk about Andrew Jack a little bit. So, right after the Arnold Classic, as you guys know, Andrew Jack kind of called out Derek Lunsford and Samson Dauda for not congratulating him, for not acknowledging his win, or basically doing anything after he won. Derek kind of said on the social media that that's not true, that he did try to congratulate him, but Andrew ignored him. Andrew did not comment on that yet. So who are we supposed to trust? Andrew or Derek? I think that's an easy one, but let's wait and see. Maybe Andrew changes his mind about this one as well, because he already took back what he said about Samson. He said that Samson didn't congratulate him, but in fact, Samson did, and Samson sent him a DM, and he basically told him that he wanted to wait for the dust to settle, and he sent him a really nice message, and Andrew apologized basically publicly. Somebody posted this on social media. I don't know if it's Samson who sent it to his Instagram pages or Andrew. I'm not sure. But yes, Andrew Jack apologized and everything is good now. That's all you need to do. Like Martin, he's supposed to do this. Own his actions, apologize, and that's all fine. If you accept your mistakes, if you understand where you made a mistake and you apologize, you're forgiven. In most cases, sometimes it's not enough, but very rarely. If it's not something too major, you can get away with just an apology. So, but you need to understand that you made a mistake first before you do that. If the apology is fake, people can see that as well. You need to show some real remorse. Let's wait and see if Martin is going to do that. But as far as Andrew, he apologized to Samson. What Andrew also did is another really good move, another great PR from him, and he actually wants to take Martin Fitzwater on a vacation. You know, he won the prize money. Martin didn't win it, didn't come close to winning it, and he was never close to winning it. But Martin went crazy because of that. He got mad at everybody else, basically who beat him, like Nick Walker and everybody else. And what Andrew's trying to do now is, you know, he wants to comfort him, to send him to a vacation just so he can relax a little bit and clear his head and enjoy. You know, Andrew won $750,000 after taxes. That's like, I think like 400, something like that, less than 400. But he wants to share like another 5-6K with Martin, so Martin can stop being mad. But I think in this case, he'll probably have to share half of the money. If he doesn't do that, Martin will probably be still mad at everybody. But hey, Andrew tried to do something. He offered him a vacation. He talked to Brett Wilkin, Martin's friend, and he offered this. Martin didn't respond yet, as far as we know, at least publicly. And I'm pretty sure what Martin is going to do after he sees this is just block Andrew Jack. I'm pretty sure that's what he's going to do. If you guys think it's something else going to be the case, you can tell me down below. But I don't see he really going on that vacation and accepting that offer. Really, I do not. After calling Andrew Jack a bag of chocolate milk and making all those nasty stories about Andrew when he lost to Andrew and actually placed like 5th to Andrew at Arnold Classic UK. Andrew was first and Martin was 5th. There were like 3 guys in between, and Martin made a show about, the whole show about himself, just like this one. So that's what Martin does very often, and in this situation, he tried to steal the attention from everybody else. Like I said, enough about Martin. I'm not making any more videos about him. Yeah, I'm mentioning him briefly, but I am not giving him any more content about just him because it's enough. Enough is enough. He had his time under the spotlight, even though he didn't deserve it. As far as Andrew, what a class act, man. What a great guy. And I know this about Andrew. I heard stories about him from people who are not popular, who cannot share their stories publicly. They send me DMs. My friend, one of my best friends, actually met him in a barber shop and he paid him for the haircut just because he shook his hand and told him he knows him and took a photo with him. So that's what Andrew is like. And he shared his money. He wanted to share a part of his award with Martin because he knows that Martin is unwell. And I heard some stories also about Andrew wanting to share half of the prize money with a charity in Nigeria. I'm not sure if that is really the case, but I heard a rumor about that. If that really happens, then I don't know what to say. This guy is a freaking saint. Now, again, he tried to help Martin. I don't think Martin is going to take this opportunity, but we have another thing that's very interesting about Andrew Jacked, and that's Arnold was obviously blown away with Andrew's physique and was really happy that Andrew won. And it probably had something to do with Andrew winning, Arnold liking him so much, Arnold liking those kind of physiques. So he made this statement about Andrew and generally about posing. Let me show this to you.
I've been saying this for years to guys. There was still yesterday a bodybuilder on stage competing with you guys that was shaking during the posing. That's inexcusable. There is no shaking. When you get to this stage here, there is no shaking because this is the top stage. Imagine you go to the Olympics and you watch those figure skaters and all of a sudden they're shaking before they start skate. No, you're calm because you have done your work. And this is what we saw yesterday. The work that you've put in an hour and a half of posing, that shows. Every pose was there. You never ever were out of breath. I never saw your stomach going in and out. No, my God, I cannot catch my breath. Never. Why? Because you were ready.
Okay. Apparently, Arnold is talking about some bodybuilder that was shaking on the stage. I'm not sure if he's talking about Nick Walker, because I don't know if Nick was really shaking on the stage, but he was letting go of that stomach, and it wasn't pleasant to see. It was definitely an issue. We'll talk about that more later. Probably in the next video I make. It's going to be Tyler Mannion's breakdown of the show, but what Arnold says is basically that Andrew Jacked is this phenomenal poser. That he practiced the posing for an hour and a half every day, and that Andrew Jacked is a great poser. In my opinion, Andrew's posing is basically mid at this point. It's not that good. Guys, it's not great at all, if you ask me. His side poses are pretty bad. He doesn't know how to open up in the side chest. He's letting his stomach go in the side chest as well. He doesn't know how to push the hamstring to his other leg to make the leg look bigger from the side. His side tricep, he lets go of his midsection as well. His back poses also could use some work. What he knows how to do is a split. And I think that's how he got the Best Poser award and why Arnold is so amazed by his posing. And yeah, he wasn't breathing heavily. He's in great shape. His stamina is great. He can breathe. Like he doesn't have any cardiovascular issues, or his lung capacity is phenomenal. But as far as doing the poses in the proper way, presenting his physique to the best of his ability, I don't think that's the case. And I think that's what held him back all these years so far. Yes, conditioning as well, but posing even more so. He improved it for sure. But is it great? Is he a great poser? Absolutely not. Come on, what are we talking about here? I mean, there are so many greater posers than him. Out of Japan, for example, in this show. Even Nick Walker is really good at hitting the poses. He just can't control the midsection, but I don't think that's really... I mean, it probably has to do with the posing, but it's just that his gut is so big that he can't keep it tight the whole time. So, yeah, I don't think Andrew's a great poser, but he doesn't have really any midsection issues, and he has great stamina, and he's very comfortable on stage, and he knows how to connect well with the audience. He knows how to do a split to make his posing routine entertaining. But as far as hitting the mandatories, not great, not terrible either. Like I said, mid. But that's about it. I don't know why Arnold is so amazed by Andrew. His posing, I mean, his physique is phenomenal, and he's definitely representing the Arnold Classic really well. But as far as his posing skills, they are not that great. Let's be real, guys. Now, on the topic of posing, the worst poser at the whole Arnold Classic was, without a doubt, freaking Sam Sulek. And I am not talking about his posing routine, even though it was trash. It was really bad. It was embarrassing, to be honest. And, my posing routines at my shows were also really embarrassing. I didn't put any work into them, but I knew how to do quarter turns, at least. I thought that was important. The posing routine is just for the fans, and I don't have any fans when I compete, so why would I practice it? Sam Sulek is quite the opposite, complete contrary, basically. He has the most fans, and he's a pro as well. And he got this invite. Actually, he earned his position at this show, and everybody's waiting to see him. He's basically more popular than the winner of the show, and he doesn't do a posing routine. Okay, let's forget about that. Now, in this interview here, Sam talks about his posing and he's talking about how maybe he should hire somebody like Terence Ruffin to prep him. Check it out.
In terms of posing prodigies, I think we can look at a Robbie Easel as someone currently on. I mean, that's a very arguable thing that he has the best posing from 12 out of anybody right now. But I'm not so artistic about it.
The first thing that I'm thinking is, why is he talking about the art of posing? He doesn't need to do a perfect posing routine. He needs to learn how to do the mandatories. And he didn't do the quarter turns. He did them basically like somebody who was on the stage for the first time in their life and saw everybody else turning around, doing the quarter turns. They didn't know what's happening and they just stood there like, I don't know what to do. That's what it looked like. That's what he did. And he got away with it and beat 2 guys. That would not happen if he didn't have 7 million followers. It would not. So they let it slide. Okay, I get it. Again, it's a business. They're running a business. They need to have him at least not place dead last. But why is he talking about the art of posing and posing routines when he's too lazy to practice the mandatories? Like, that's what a pro should do at a minimum. Actually, let me take that back. A professional classic physique bodybuilder needs to be very artsy, needs to learn how to do a really good posing routine if they want to do well. In classic physique, it's definitely needed. Even an amateur who is trying to turn pro, you gotta do it. Even though it's not judged, it leaves an impression to the judges. It's very, very needed in classic physique. And I don't know if Sam knows that or he's just too lazy. But again, if he's too lazy and he doesn't like to do it and he just finds it boring, like most people actually do, but do it anyway because it's a part of the prep or of bodybuilding, if he just doesn't want to do it, at least he needs to learn how to do the mandatories. And Rough Diesel basically offers to help him out. Check it out.
I sent him a voice note before I ever met him, going into the Arnold about some posing stuff, and he didn't respond. But after we met in January, we started chatting a bit more, but I just wished him luck. I'll make the offer to do it. Like, I don't need like to be on YouTube or anything like that. I don't do posing coaching anymore. So yeah, be willing to help for sure. I'll send the offer and see what he says. Yeah.
So he's saying, I want to help the guy out. I don't need to be on YouTube or anything. Then why the hell are you helping him out? He's just a mid-level pro bodybuilder who really doesn't have any potential to do great. All he has is big following because he's an influencer. So why would you help just somebody who doesn't really show a lot of promise? And yeah, come on. He wants to do it because he wants that advertisement. Let's face it. You know, just don't fake it. Be open about it, Rough. But okay, whatever. In any case, it would be awesome if Rough Diesel worked with Sam Sulek on his posing routine. It would be really, really cool if Sam finally improved it for the next show. He could definitely improve a lot if he gained a couple more pounds and learned how to freaking pose like a professional classic physique bodybuilder. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Tell me in the comment section, do you guys think Mike Sommerfeld is faking it? And why is Arnold saying that Andrew Jack's posing is so great? And what do you think about Sam Sulek's posing and basically this advice that he's getting from Rough Diesel, actually this offer he's getting from Rough Diesel? In the next video, guys, we'll talk about Tyler Mannion and his breakdown of the Arnold Classic. That's going to be exciting as well, so stay tuned, subscribe to this channel. See you soon, guys. All the best and bye-bye.